TGIF Friday na naman. Ako, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Sama-sama ulit tayo hanggang alas 3 ng hapon for the latest news of the day. I'm Denise.
And I'm Lourd de Veyra. Words of the day. Very demure, very mindful, very Shimenet. Let's keep the conversation light because this is Afternoon Delight.
Payday Friday for many of us, kaya asahan nyo na po ha, traffic mamaya, mag-schedule ng maayos. Oh.
Ayoko na ng traffic.
Sino bang may gusto sa traffic? Ako din, sawang-sawa na ako sa traffic.
Oh, edukasyon na yan eh. Boss ng traffic.
Oo.
Pero grabe, ewan ka, parang ibang level ng traffic ngayon.
Alam mo, can I just say, simula October pa last year, iba ang level ng traffic.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi ko kinaya, oo. So,
Iba. Oo, wala nang pinipili at pakonti ng pakonti yung dumadaan sa bus lane. Pero mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan. Happy weekend sa'yo,
Happy weekend. Totoo na, pag-good mood na tayo ng pag-good mood. At syempre, Shimenet. Gusto nating dagdagan yan dito sa show. Kaya we hope na chill lang po kayo ngayong tanghali this afternoon dahil it's the weekend. And on Sunday, ito, papasok na. Meron na namang...
You have to remind na Sunday.
Oh.
Kasi after Sunday, Monday ulit.
Oh.
Magtatrabaho ka ulit. Bahala ka.
Hindi, sa Sunday kasi is new month na. Burr months na tayo.
Yun na.
Yun ang
Sabi
paalala. Oo.
Lalabas na siya.
Oo. May, sisilip na yun na gano'n.
Ganun na yun. Hindi lang silip. Ngayon na sumisilip.
Ngayon na sumisilip.
Makikita mo na yung afro niya. Yung
Reveal
mga
na.
tok-tok niya. Saturday, September 1, ayan na talaga.
Ako, pag uwi ko sa bahay ng magulang ko, baka may Christmas tree na.
Bakit hindi? Knock, knock.
Oh, who's there?
Shimenet.
Shimenet who?
Sige na, people. Shimenet. Delight namin ay cheese sticks, mga kapatid. At hindi po makakatikim si Denise.
Bakit?
Nito.
Gusto ko yan.
Gusto mo ba ito?
Oo.
Hindi, may mga sinasabi ka kanina eh.
Wala akong sinasabi.
Aming calories yan, pero kailangan ko ng calories eh. Oo, kasi sabi ng doktor.
Ano daw?
Ha?
Anong sabi ng doktor?
Dahil nakaka-stress ang
Bakit
traffic.
nilayo
kailangan ko
mo
ng
sa
calories.
akin? Gitna mo, ikaw naman, no? Sabay tayong Kaya mo ha, hindi nakaka-demure to no? Across the table lang kuha ko
Akala ng producers natin, hindi ko napapansin na hindi rib eye steak yung delight ngayon. Dinadaan tayo sa cheese sticks.
In fairness, makapal yung keso sa loob.
Nakalimutan ko na yung pangalan ko eh.
Which one?
Ano ginagawa natin dito?
Nagtatrabaho.
Nga pa?
Ang sarap. Alam mo, sakto talaga pag merienda. Tapos may pinag-uusapan. Kaya,
Pwedeng kanin. Hindi tayong kanin.
pwede rin, Pwede rin. Why not? Papatulan ko to. Okay, sige. Sakto sa ating merienda.
Daming trending, no?
Oo, maraming trending. Teka lang. Lulunokin ko lang
Yeah.
Okay. Trending ngayon, so let's see what's happening on social media.
Habang lumulunok ka. Okay. Kasi medyo seryo. Habang lumulunok ka, i-announce lang namin, comment po kayo sa ating Facebook Live broadcast, pati na rin po sa YouTube. Naku, parang kahapon, thank you po. Magparamdam naman kayo, para hindi naman solipsistic yung existence natin dito. Makisali sa diskusyon dahil pag wala kayo, antukin kami. Di ba?
Kaya kailangan po namin ang inyong mga comments, suggestions, at pati na rin yung mga tingin yung mga food items na dapat makita nyo in the coming days. Pero ito, pag-usapan na natin, trending to online. Dahil ang tataba daw ng utak ng mga Pilipino, and this has something to do with Vice President Sara Duterte. Panoorin muna natin to.
She may not like my answer. She may not like how I answer. She may not like the content of my answer. But I am answering. She may not like. She may not like. She may not like.
In fairness.
Walang sinabing knock-knock joke ko dyan.
Napag-ganon ako ng konti. Shimenet like. Napag-ganon ako ng konti, nadala ako.
Amoy ko na. Next 20, Shimenet party list.
Ang ganda kasi alam mo yung pa-intro pa lang nila yung ganun pa lang yung sound. Ang galing eh.
Shimenet.
Oh. Naku, I'm sure madami pang versions niyan.
Amoy ko na.
Oo.
Next year, Shimenet the movie.
Shimenet the movie. Ay, speaking of movies.
Yes.
May mga, nagbasa ko ng comments sa mga netizens. Bakit kasi nagtataka, bakit iba ang kulay, ang skin tone?
Oo nga, bakit
Daw
Smurf
blue?
ba yan?
Hindi, may kinalaman daw doon sa isang movie where they talk about emotions. Di ba pag color blue?
Alam ko yan. Smurfs.
Hindi, sadness. Oo.
Ang pangalan nun?
Si Sadness.
Si Sadness. Pero yung title ng pelikula
Ay, hindi ko na maalala.
basta alam ko yun, yung may iba-ibang yung isa kamukha ni Tijo.
Pwede rin. Sige. Si Sadness. Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Pero tama, si Sadness nga ata yun. Yung kamukha.
So walang bawal ang sad dito sa ating programa. Kasi Afternoon Delight ang pangarap po natin. Alright, and as we get ready for the week, mag-comment kayo ha. Okay, gaya nito, Commuter speech suggestions for Congressman Richard Gomez. Kasi siya ay mukhang hindi nakapagpigil. Nag-rant sa social media at nag-post. Ano yung sabi niya? Sabi niya, hindi ko naintindihan masyado.
May sinabi kasi siya.
Ito. 2 hours in EDSA traffic and counting. From Makati, Ayala, nasa SM EDSA pa lang ako. Up to now, QC ang punta ko. 1 or 2 hours pa ba? Sorry, hindi ko na-gets ha. Maraming SM EDSA eh. Ano kaya ibig sabihin niya doon? Merong, dati pag sinabi mong SM EDSA, North EDSA yan. Oo, ngayon.
Ang dami na kasi.
Ano kaya ito? Mega Mall o SM Makati? SM...
So, basta nalalayuan pa siya, no? At syempre, nung kadugtong nung kanyang sinulat, ilang bus lang ang gumagamit ng bus lane. Bakit hindi buksan during heavy traffic para mas lumuwag ang traffic?
Bukas naman. Hindi lang siya pwede dumaan.
Ayun na nga. Kaya doon ngayon pumasok ang mga reaksyon ng ating mga netizens na yung iba were really very disappointed at medyo hinahamon siya at sinasabi na baka gusto niyang ma-experience kung ano ang na-experience ng mga gumagamit ng public transpo.
Alam mo, makakagamit ka yan, mag-ready ka na ng 200,000. Papabuya.
Ito, katulad ng isang sabi ng isang ex-user, ang sabi niya, wow, Richard Gomez, just wow. Kung sumakay ka na lang kaya ng bus,
Correct.
nakakahiya naman sa'yo na may sariling sasakyan at mas komportable kaysa sa amin na nagsisiksika
Correct.
makauwi lang, ha?
Nako, oo.
Oo.
Nako, hindi kasi ito yung point na ilang bus lang ba gumagamit ng bus lane, bakit hindi raw buksan, ano? Okay, pero kasi ang point ng iba naman, boss, ang angal mo, buti ka nga kahit stuck ka dyan, at least nasa malamig na lugar ka.
Oo.
Kung nakita nyo kasi pag umaga, yung haba ng yung pila sa bus, papunta sa talagang, alam mo yun, papasok ka sa work, amoy mandirigma ka na talaga na nagretiro, ganun ang dating. So, minsan, bago tayo umangal, is there someone in a worse condition than
Correct. Alam mo, i-share ko lang, no, yung mga Burr months, lalo na yung pa-December, may mga katrabaho tayo, mga colleagues tayo na nakakausap ko nung kasagsagan ng traffic at pag nagkukwento ako na 2 kalahating oras ako sa kalye while driving, sila daw ay mga 4 na oras.
Saan yan?
Commuting, using the public. Kasi syempre nagkasama pa dyan yung pila sa ticket, pila pasakay. So, sana mas may better understanding kung ano yung pinagdadaanan ng mga public. Ng people who are using public transport.
Oo, parang isipin mo parang, I used to complain that I had no shoes until I saw a man with no.
Correct.
Socks.
Pwede rin. Kasi parang hindi rin masyadong komportable yun, ano?
O kasi minsan din, yung mga politiko natin, aakto lang yan sila kapag sila mismo ay naranasan.
nakaranas, oo.
Diba? Halimbawa, yung sa sa SIM card registration, dahil sa mga scammers yan yung mga senador mismo, halimbawa, sila nakakatanggap ng mga unwanted yung mga Facebook, text message offer. So, gumawa sila ng batas. Ngayon, kung pantay lahat, walang mga escort, pareho tayo lahat nasa traffic, baka gumawa na sila ng paraan. Unity.
Siguro mas maganda kung mas madami o mas okay yung options ng public transport, no? Kasi ako actually, kahit magtitiis ako na hindi magdala ng sariling sasakyan, kung accessible naman ng public transport.
Hindi pinagkaguluhan ka na doon, Denise.
Hindi, pero kasi i-compare lang natin, di ba, sa mga pag umaalis ka ng bansa, napakaraming hindi nagko-commute dito sa Pilipinas na pag nasa ibang bansa, very willing sumakay ng bus, ng tren, ng kung ano-ano.
Kasi mas mabilis.
Yun na
Mas
nga,
efficient.
mas mabilis.
Oo. Kasi yun nga, tama ka dyan, Tita Denise, ano? Parang chicken and egg situation kasi yan eh. Minsan, bakit bumibili ng sasakyan? Kasi ayaw mo nga, sawang-sawa ka na masubject doon sa indignity ng araw-araw ka pinapawisan. Para kang, kumbaga, sa yung pila doon sa Indiago Air na pinipindot-pindot yung kung anong bahagi ng katawan mo. Ayaw mo na, hindi naman sa getting you from point A to point B. You want to save your dignity. Mas ganun pa. Kaya ipon ka talaga kaysa bumili ng bahay, bibili ka ng sasakyan.
Ganun na nga ang nangyayari.
Kahit walang bahay, matutulog na lang ikaw sa kotse. Okay na yun. Di ba? Mas may dangal pa yun kahit papano. Kasi ang laki-laki ng bahay mo, pero paglabas mo ng bahay, mandirigma ka pa rin. Hello, comment po lahat ng mandirigma po dyan. At lahat ng nanonood ngayon, nakasakay sumakay ng tren, kakasakay lang ng tren. At kailangan nyo ring tiisin yung katabi ninyo na nanonood ng pelikula sa cellphone ng Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Na walang earphones.
Na walang earphones.
Nako, hindi daw yan nakaka-demure. At yan ang sunod natin na pag-uusapan on The Independent. Demure TikTok creator Jules Lebron and Trademark battle over the viral catchphrase. So as we know, ito nga si Jules Lebron, recently pumutok yung kanyang video where he was, what do you call this? He was reminding everyone na pag daw papasok ng opisina, you have to present yourself in a very demure, respectable manner. At doon, sumabog, naging viral yung kanyang video. Kaya lang, ang problema is when he was trying to trademark the phrases demure and mindful, he was beaten to it by a man from Washington.
Okay.
So if this happens, ang problema kasi dito, so Jules Lebron is getting mga sponsorship videos, mga social media work from Netflix and other companies. Pero pag na-approve yung trademark request ng man from Washington, hindi niya na pwedeng gamitin yun, yung catchphrases niya.
Pwede ba pala ipa-trademark ang catchphrase kahit kahit nag-viral? Ganon?
Pwede ata, kung wala pang trademark talaga, pwede. Ay, di ko nga alam kasi it really depends because they say na sometimes if it's too common, how can you trademark that? But I guess it's the phrase kasi na very demure, very mindful. Yung buong yon.
Very demure, very... So, sorry, okay, pakipaliwanag. Bakit siya nag-viral ba? Hindi naman breaking new grounds ang maging demure, maging mindful.
No,
pero bakit siya
I think it's the way she presented herself in the video. Kasi parang yung sinasabi niya, I don't show up to work wearing wig liner, very demure, very mindful. I have to, mga ganon. May mga ganon siyang reminder. So madami ngayong versions ginawa yung mga tao with a very demure, very mindful catchphrase. Kaya siya sumabog.
Paano kung sa strip club ka nagtatrabaho?
Oh. Hindi ko alam kung paano version yun.
Oh, pero, okay, so naunahan siya.
Naunahan siya.
Pero alam mo, hindi ba pwede niya ilaban yun? Kasi malinaw naman na siya ang
pwede siguro
source.
niyang ilaban, pero yun nga, ang sabi niya dito is, I just feel like I dropped the ball because naunahan nga siya.
Okay lang yun. Kasi nag-champion naman sila sa Olympics, di ba? At ngayon, kalaro niya yung anak niya. Kasama niya sa team.
Pwede, oo.
Diba?
Pero parang iba yun. Pero pwede na rin. Sige, isipin na lang natin. Lebron, oo.
Diba? MVP, GOAT. Lebron James.
GOAT din naman siya ngayon on social
Magkamag-anak ba
media.
sila? Hindi, ano?
Hindi, ito kasi apelido, yung isa first name niya.
Ayun. Pero sigurado ako, mas magaling pa yung maglaro yan kaysa kay Bronny James.
Oy, grabe siya. Easy ka lang. Easy.
Fight me.
Siya po ang targeting nyo.
Alright, kumusta naman ang viewers natin na nakatutok sa Facebook at YouTube? At malamang hindi kilala ko sino si Bronny James.
Okay, sisilipin ko ha.
Sige nga,
Napaunahin
yung mga
natin.
fans ni Denise Tan, magparamdam po kayo.
Magparamdam kayo,
Huwag na kayo
igalaw.
magtanong kung kaya niya dumakdak ng kung anong height.
Pagalawin ng baso.
Opo, paramdam. Go.
Eto, si Nico Cabales. Ang sabi niya, hi Idol Lourd and Denise. At pati naman kay Mojo, Ivan, and Von.
Tito Von. Oy, hinahanap ko si Tito Von, ha?
Oo, si Tito Von hinahanap nila.
Kami rin naghahanap ng pang Tito Von namin. Huwag po kayo maglala, konti na lang po.
Si Oscar, nag-comment.
Go.
Todo to. Magandang afternoon delight. Ang food suggestion niya ay Tiger Sugar Milk Teas. Ay,
Hindi
teka,
ako
may isa
papalag
pa.
dyan. Hindi ako papalag dyan.
Ito
Gusto ko
pa.
yan.
May isa pa.
Yeah.
With shrimp scampi pasta. Gusto mo yon?
Boom! Pero hindi magkahalo.
Hindi magkahalo. Siguro wag
Ang
natin
baboy naman.
paghaluin.
Ang baboy
Wag
naman
siguro
nun.
natin
Oo.
haluin,
Go.
Ay, may bago tayong taga-subaybay daw from Bacoor.
Hello, Bacoor.
Oo, si Zhang, how do you say this?
Hangkaro siguro to.
Oo.
O Jangkaro. Hey, Epic, try nyo yung legit kunafa for Afternoon Delight. Afternoon Delighter from Dubai since day one. Uy!
Nice.
Hello. Nakakahawa yung energy ni Tita Denise.
Ay, ano po bang energy yon?
Anong energy yan? Big
Boom,
Big-
boom, boom.
Shimenet energy.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oo, ito naman, Alex Manansala, padunk naman dyan. Konti na lang po, konti na lang
Konting-konti na lang may maglalabas na ng graphics.
Yes. Anong graphics? Live, dadakdak ka talaga.
Sige, maglalagay ng mini ring dito si Lourd.
Tatalon po si Tita Denise mula sa 4-point line. Tatalunin niya si Michael Jordan. Okay, sino pa ba? Oscar and of course, mga Tiger Sugar nga. Carlo Colaton, hello Sir Lord. Pabati po kay Carlo Colaton at sa UP DepCom kay Ma'am Iris Brillion.
Hello po.
sa mga UP DepCom. Hello po sa inyo. At sabihan ninyo mga estudyante ninyo na manood ng programang ito. Kahit may klase sila. Medyo. Thank you po, UP DepCom. Okay, sa showbiz naman, inaabangan na po ang Season 2 ng Netflix hit Korean series na Squid Game. Ito yung totoong kasunod ng Squid Game, hindi yung parang live action na walang kakwenta.
Yung may fake na bumabagsak, hindi yon.
Fake talaga yun.
Oo.
Sinayang nyo lang ang kuryente namin. Newswire correspondent MJ Marfori will take us behind the scenes.
Sa pambihirang pagkakataon, inimbitahan tayo ng Netflix papunta mismo sa South Korea. Yan ay para ma-experience sa paghahanda sa much-awaited Season 2 ng multi-awarded at isa sa most-watched show sa mundo na Squid Game.
Magkakaroon na kami ng pagkakataon na suotin ito. Tingnan nga natin. 120, let's go.
Let's do this! Mula sa ilang look ng set hanggang sa pa-outfit reveal nila for Season 2, lahat yan na-experience natin. Kasamang iba pang content creators mula sa iba't ibang bansa. Ngayong taon, may mga bagong nakamamatay na mga game ang susuungin ng mga players sa ilang pambihirang set ng show. At ang cast, matindi rin na pangungunahan pa rin ni Lee Jung-jae. Kasama sa Season 2 ang ultimate bad boy kontrabida ng Korea. Ngayon na si Park Sung-hoon na kinainisan sa The Glory at Queen of Tears. Kabilang rin sa cast ng ilang pang K-actors na sina Yim Si-wan na sumikat sa Unlock, Kang Han-yul ng The Pirates The Last Royal Treasure, Park Yu-young ng Sweet Home at marami pang iba. Magbabalik naman si Wi Ha-jun, Gong Yoo at Lee Byung-hun. Wow! Exciting! Mapapanood ang Season 2 na Squid Game sa December 26.
Tagal pa, December 26. Pero abangan natin. Time out muna. Marami pa kayong kwento sa inyo. Pati na rin ang cheese sticks na to. Magbabalik po ang Afternoon Delight. Happy National Press Freedom Day. Pinirmahan po yan ni Pangulong Duterte ng 2022, mga kapatid. At eksakto rin po, ngayon din ay birthday o birth anniversary po ng tinuturing na patron saint ng mga journalists, si Marcelo H. Del Pilar. Nagbabalik po ang Afternoon Delight dito po sa One News. Ako po si Lourd Veyra.
At ako naman po si Denise. Thanks for staying with us. Now, here are the headlines on One News. The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission is set to file more charges against dismissed Mayor Alice Go this afternoon. That includes a money laundering case. Go is currently facing raps for qualified human trafficking and tax evasion and remains at large. Authorities suspect she is in Indonesia. The Bureau of Quarantine, or BOQ, has updated the e-travel form for international travelers to prevent the entry of Mpox into the country. Those who were sick in the past month must now report rashes, vesicles, or blisters on their form. If they exhibit these symptoms, the e-travel system will alert the Bureau of Immigration and the BOQ. Suspected cases will be transferred to an Mpox referral hospital. Meantime, Batangas gets ready for the rollout of the African swine fever vaccine tomorrow. The Agriculture Department said the pigs are ready to be vaccinated after negative blood tests. This is the first ASF vaccine rollout 5 years after the disease was first recognized in the Philippines. And President Bongbong Marcos has appointed Joseph Francisco Ortega as the new chairperson of the National Youth Commission. Ortega will replace Ronald Cardema, an appointee of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Marcos is confident that the NYC will continue to be a vital force in shaping the nation's future under Ortega's leadership.
And it is day 7 of the police's search for Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. And for details, let's get the latest from Davao with Mobile Journal, Merrimon Reyes. Merrimon, mukhang nakapahinga ka na ba? At 1 week na. At may nangaharas pa rin ba sa inyo dyan, Merrimon?
Nako, Lourd and Denise, 7 days pero tayo kasi 5 days na tayo nandito. Siguro yung pahinga lang na nakukuha natin na ito yung umuwi tayo ng ating hotel. Pero still, ever since na nagkaroon itong parang pronouncement tungkol nga sa mga impormasyon na lumalabas ngayon tungkol sa kung ano ba yung nagaganap sa loob, yung paghuhukay daw, pagbubungkal sa ilalim ng katedral ng KOJC, hindi pa rin nawawala yung init pagdating sa interaction or engagement sa pagitan ng kawani ng media at saka ng miyembro nga ng simbahan ng KOJC. Pero kanina kasi nung naglibot tayo doon sa kahabaan ng CP Garcia National Highway, so far, medyo kalmado pa naman, relax pa yung paligid, pero nandoon pa rin talaga yung presensya ng pulisya. Meron pa rin barikada doon sa gate papunta sa dome ng KOJC. At the same time, hindi nga lang tayo nakakapasok sa loob ng compound, pero base sa mga litrato na ibinabahagi ng KOJC at saka nga ng media SMNI, meron pa rin cordon na barricade ng pulisya doon sa paligid nga ng katedral. Isa sa concern ngayon na nakuha natin base sa mga nakausap natin mula sa KOJC na nakausap lang natin kaninang umaga, 7 days, ilang araw na rin daw suspendido ang face-to-face classes ng Jose Maria College. Ito yung paaralan sa loob ng compound dahil nga hindi makapasok ang mga estudyante at saka ang mga teacher. Nung tinanong natin kumusta po, paano ang setup nila so far, ang sabi online daw ang setup nila pero still they're hoping na sana bumalik na yung stability, tapos na raw sana yung sitwasyon nila sa loob para daw may pagpatuloy pag-aaral ng mga bata. Pero bukod doon, pagdating naman sa panig ng pulisya, maximum tolerance pa rin, on standby pa rin, ito yung pinaka-order sa kanila. Wala pa raw ibang binibigay sa kanilang instruction. Pagdating naman sa specifics or updates or progress tungkol sa search operations na isinasagawa sa loob, wala pa tayong ibang nakukuhang detalye mula sa PNP dahil nabanggit din sa atin ni General Alba kahapon nung nagpa-press con siya, hindi raw ma-disclose yung mga ganitong specific na details dahil parte nga ito ng kanilang tactical operation. So nakikiramdam pa rin tayo kung ano ba yung nangyayari sa paligid. Pero kasi kaninang bandang alas 9 ng umaga, may 2 helicopter ulit mula sa PNP ang naglibot. Ito yung parang monitoring operations na isinasagawa nila. Yung huling nakita natin na gano'n ay yung araw na kung saan pipirmahan na yung receiving copy ng temporary protection order ng legal counsel ng KOJC na si Attorney Israelito Torion. So kanina rin nakita rin natin naglibot din itong kadalawang helicopter. Pagkatapos nilang maglibot, mayroon namang lumabas at nag-announce na KOJC member. Ang sinabi nila, meron na naman daw ipinasok na malaking plastic container na kahon na hindi raw hinayaan na masilip or mascan o makita yung nilalaman nito ng mga miyembro ng KOJC. So tinanong natin, sir, ano po ba yung tingin yung, ano po ang sinabi sa inyo ng pulisya? Bakit hindi nila sa inyo pinapasilip yung kahon na ito? Ang sabi, hindi raw sila pinibigyan ng kahit na anong information. Dinedire-diretso lang daw ito ng pasok. So tansya raw nila, it's either baka raw may ipaplanta sa kanila, di nila alam kung equipment daw ba ito na may kinalaman doon sa claim na merong explosive na isasagawa, kung meron bang pagbubungkal, may paghuhukay ba na gagawin, or yung tungkol ba ito doon sa drilling operations na naririnig mula sa kanilang paaralan. Balik sa inyo.
Maribon, there are so many assumptions right now, like what you mentioned, no, nang nanggagaling sa KOJC members. And we know that the tensions are high in the past several days. Pero the presence of the police, the presence of the KOJC members, what have you observed in the past 5 days that you're there? Padami ba ng padami o humuhupa na rin ba? Paano bang nagiging trend?
Actually, yan din yung lagi nating inaabangan or inaalam tuwing lumilipas yung mga araw. Bukod kasi doon sa estimated na 2,000 na deployed police units dito sa paligid or doon sa paligid ng compound. Ngayon kasi hindi tayo mabigyan din ng exact number. Nag-shift din kasi yung mga pulisya. So every 12 hours nagsasalitan, may pumapalit na bagong units sa loob at sa labas. So pagdating sa number nito, plus minus siya lagi. Pero pagdating sa situation ng police, so far, sa nakikita natin, at some point, much relaxed sila compared nung Monday na naabutan natin na kailangan talaga, nakatayo lang sila, umaantabay sila sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Ngayon, may moments na nakakapahinga talaga sila, nakaupo lang sila. At nasabi nga lang din sa atin nung medical team mula sa pulisya, sa mga lumipas na araw, marami rin daw ang nilagnat, nagkasakit, high blood. Kaya humingi rin sila ng response team mula pa sa ibang mga region pagdating sa medical response sa pulisya. Pero pagdating naman sa loob ng compound, ayon sa mga nakuha natin na information mula sa mga miyembro sa KOJC na nasa loob, andun pa rin daw, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pagpasok ng pulisya at nakakordon nga, nakapalibot pa rin itong mga pulis, lalong-lalo na doon sa katedral. Nung nakapasok kasi tayo sa loob ng compound para makita at ma-witness din yung press con ni Attorney Israelito, marami rin ang nakita nating pulis sa loob nito. Pero yun nga, wala na yung sinasabi na nilang tension. Wala tayong nakikitang parang oppression na nangyayari pa sa loob. At nung tinanong din natin kanina yung KOJC member na nag-anunsyo na merong ang kahon daw na ipinasok sa loob, sabi natin, sir, kumusta kayo ngayon dyan? Kasi hindi po makakapasok ang media, hindi pa namin kayo masilip. Ano po ang sitwasyon sa inyo sa loob dyan ngayon? Ang nasabi niya naman, so far harmonious pa raw sila. Ang concern lang daw nila ngayon ay yung presensya ng pulisya doon sa katedral, doon sa eskwelahan, at saka yung mga pinapasok nga raw ng mga containers at kahon. May nabanggit din sila, singit ko na rin ito, bakit na? Kasi meron din daw mga bata at saka mga matatandang civilian na pinapasok daw sa loob ng compound at pinagsusuot daw ng uniforme ng pulisya. Pero sa tansya raw nila ay hindi raw ito miyembro ng PNP o kaya ng Davao City Police. Pero ngayon, hinihintay pa natin yung panayam na pulisya kung ano nga ba itong nangyayari sa loob, ano yung mga nire-report na questionable na isinasagawang protocol sa loob. Dapat kasi may press conference tayong pupuntahan kanina, nabanggit na kasi sa atin na merong press con dapat ng PNP, pero mukhang hindi siya natuloy. Pero siguro antabayanan pa natin kung meron pa tayong detalye makukuha. Lord, Denise.
Oo, Marymon, ito para maiba lang based sa interaction mo sa mga locals, no, ng mga Davaoenos, siguro sa hotel ninyo, sa mga kinakainan ninyo, kung saan man. Pag i-gauge mo, ano kaya yung sentimento nila? Sila ba ay in defense of the pastor? Or sila ba ay, sana mahuli na yan? Ano bang gauge mo dito? Anong barometro mo?
Nako, Lord, pagka nung nandito kami sa paligid ng CP Garcia Highway, ito kasi yung kahabaan nandun yung KOJC compound, nasa kabila yung Davao International Airport. Yung mga makakausap kasi natin doon ay medyo, ang pinapakita nila sa atin ay hostility. Dahil alam nilang media tayo, lahat ng nababanggit nila ay puro pagsuporta sa kay Pastor Apollo Quiboloy, at the same time, pagtutugis sa mga miyembro ng media. Ang pag tinatanong natin sila, ano po ang masasabi ninyo sa mga nagaganap ngayon, sa mga nakikita ninyo? Iba sa kanila ang sinasabi, Hindi na po namin kayo kailangan kausapin, binabaliktad nyo lang yung mga pangyayari dito. Basta kami, sana kung matapos na lang ito kasi napakagulo na raw ng paligid. Pero pagka lumayo-layo naman tayo, yun nga lang, hindi pa tayo nakakakuha ng reaksyon sa iba pang mga residente. Pero majority sa naging experience pa natin so far, ngayong 5 araw na nandito tayo sa Davao City, hostility. At saka, may mga bumabatikos, marami tayong naririnig sa paligid habang ipinagpapatuloy natin yung coverage. Yun nga, bukod sa nahampas-hampas tayo ng placard tsaka ng payong ng ilang mga miyembro ng KOJC, hindi natapos yung mga bulyaw na narinig natin sa paligid. At hindi lang naman sa atin to nangyari, sa iba pa nating kawani sa media. So sana nga lang magkaroon na ng balanse at yung respeto mai-establish talaga natin, Lord Denise.
Kung kailangan mong backup, Tita Denise mo, kung hampasan lang, hatawan ang usapan.
Iwas violence tayo. Pero mag-ingat ka dyan, ha, Merymon?
O, Merymon, marami ka pang dadalhin sa amin ng mga exotic na pagkain. Mag-ingat ka lagi. Okay, that was Moco Journal. Merymon Reyes reporting live from Davao City. And on to another story. The Defense Department is seeking a larger chunk of the budget for the armed forces in 2025. The details from News 5 correspondent Marian Enriquez.
The Philippines waited too long to try to counter China's activities in the West Philippine Sea, and that weakened our position. That's according to Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro, who had to defend his agency's budget for next year at the House today. He said the country failed to upgrade naval and air force capabilities and establish forward posts in the West Philippine Sea.
Not only our lack of naval capabilities, but when China started doing its illegal acts and other actors started to harden their presence years before, we should have already also pushed investments into creating forward posts in the area. And that would have hardened our posture. So the lesson, Your Honor, is we procrastinated in or in putting aside a threat. And in these types of situations, time is always an asset that you cannot recover anymore.
The Defense Department is asking for a little in excess of 256 billion pesos next year to fund initiatives meant to establish a credible deterrent posture against threats to Philippine territories. Armed with a wish list, the DND chief told the House Committee on Appropriations that for starters, the AFP needs at least 40 brand new multi-role aircraft. Problem is, the AFP modernization program only has a budget of 70 billion pesos next year. While Congresswoman Franz Castro finds this amount a bit steep, Teodoro says this is a drop in the bucket compared to what other countries are spending on their defense.
Tayo po sa ASEAN, maliban ata sa Laos, ang pinakamababa na defense spending antimano. Kaya ho tayo nalalakihan kasi hinahabol ho natin. Ang paghabol pa po natin is sa kaya nating lunukin bilang isang bansa. Kayaan po natin, mas malaki pong hahabulin natin pagka humarap tayo sa threats. Ang military equipment po ay lalo na po pag cyber, napakabilis mag-obsolete. Kailangan pong palitan, hindi po tayo pwede magtapal at magremedyo.
Teodoro also defended standing agreements with longtime and new allies. For one, he is looking to expand the interpretation of the phrase armed attack under the Mutual Defense Treaty of the Philippines and the United States. This would guarantee the kind of response to take once either of the two nations comes under attack.
Ngayon, ang tanong ko po, anong specific na babaguhin sa MDT?
Wala pong babaguhin sa MDT. It's just we don't want to get canalized on an interpretation on an attack of an armed vessel. It's more for strategic purposes because China uses non-lawful and system of aggression which a static interpretation and static processes will not address. So just as the aggressor has variables, millions of variables in its playbook, we have to also restudy, there are no specifics right now,
The tweaking of the MDT, according to Teodoro, does not mean more access to Washington in the form of additional sites for the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. Same goes for other countries the Philippines has a defense pact with. Manila currently has a defense agreement with Japan and Australia. And soon, according to the defense chief, they are looking at visiting forces agreements with Canada, New Zealand, and France. The Makabayan bloc feels this is courting more danger, but Teodoro believes this is the best way to move forward and keep aggressors at bay.
That is the same concern. However, we have to point out that the aggressor here is only one actor. That's why I said China is the greatest disruptor of peace in the West Philippine Sea. They have illegally reclaimed areas. They are claiming areas which is well beyond their jurisdiction. For example, the Sabina Shoal, which is only 60 nautical miles away from Palawan. Yung pagkakaladkad ho sa atin sa gera, anong ini-expect po ng China sa atin kung hindi patatagin ng ating sarili sa katulong ng iba?
The DND's priorities for 2025 include constructing new naval bases and ports, part of its so-called archipelagic defense within the country's 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. Besides the West Philippine Sea, it's also looking to secure Benham Rise on the eastern seaboard to prevent any illegal research and occupation in the area. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
We now head down south where the Cebu provincial government is investigating 4 residents showing Mpox symptoms. Let's bring in One News Cebu desk and the Freeman editor Dale Israel. Dale, are these Mpox cases already verified?
Yes, maayong hapon, Lourd and Denise. There are no confirmed cases in Central Visayas for monkeypox or Mpox yet. But the Department of Health, Central Visayas said they have at least 4 suspected cases, excluding another one, which they are still trying to get specific details. The samples taken from the 4 suspected cases have already been submitted to Manila for confirmation, and we are still not sure if the 5th one have already been sent to Manila laboratories also. According to Dr. Eugenia Mercedes Cañal of the Regional Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit 7, the results are expected next week or the first week of September. She, however, said that all the measures have been in place, like isolation, and concerned LGUs have already been informed of the suspected cases, so they can also monitor these. There are no specific details as to the location of the suspected cases, but the DOH-7 said that these are 2 male and 2 female aged between 18 and 80 years old, and they do not have any history of travel either. Dr. Cañal said that even if these are just suspected cases, the public should continue to practice proper hygiene, like hand washing, as well as face mask if needed. The public should also report immediately to the nearest facility if they exhibit symptoms such as fever, headache, rashes, and swollen lymph nodes. The confirmatory test sent to Manila could take some 2 weeks before the results are released. But here is the good news, Lourd, Denise. Next year, Cebu and Visayas regions will now have their own regional infectious disease and tropical medicine center here in Cebu City. The facility to be constructed at the compound of Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center will be the first of its kind outside of Metro Manila, complete with high-tech laboratory centers and isolation rooms. This means that tests for emerging and re-emerging infectious diseases will no longer be needed to be sent to Metro Manila for confirmation tests. It will be an 8-story building with 33 wards, and each ward will have 6 beds and own toilet and laboratory facilities needed during times of epidemic and outbreaks of infectious diseases. Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa led the groundbreaking yesterday, along with Senator Bong Revilla, whom the health official said was instrumental in securing 120 million pesos initial funding for the construction. In an interview with Senator Revilla, he said that he will lobby in the ongoing budget hearings another 120 million to complete the building of the infectious disease center, which will serve Visayas and even northern Mindanao. Herbosa congratulated the improvements at the BSNMC. It's the biggest government hospital in the Visayas, as they already have an increased number of beds with 17 specialty centers for cancer, for heart disease, among others. But the Secretary of Health reminded the hospital doctors and staff that above all high-tech equipment, they should not forget to render better service and cordial relations with patients. I don't know if it's the same in Manila, but a lot of complaints we got from government hospitals here is that staff tend to be grumpy against patients or often coming from the marginalized sector. So Health Secretary Herbosa reminded staff and doctors of all government hospitals to keep in mind to render service with a smile. Back to you guys.
Smile cures everything. Pero, Dale, okay, it's hard to imagine, ano? Ang Cebu, wala pa palang sariling kanyan. And considering, mas maraming botante or kasing dami ng botante, yung syudad ng Cebu, gagaya ng mga major na mga syudad rin sa Pilipinas. Pero, okay, Dale, mabalik lang ako doon sa ano, no? Alam natin, inaantay pa natin yung resulta ng testing. Pero, ano bang kwento-kwento? Kasi yung dito, sinasabi, at least sa Quezon City, na trace isang sa isang spa. May balita ba dyan kung saan daw posibleng galing itong mga na-trace?
Yeah, Dr. Kanyal gave us a very limited information as to the where specifically these suspected cases come from and how they got supposedly if they have the Mpox. But what she told us only were the age is 18, and we are interested in how an 80-year-old also got they have these symptoms of Mpox. But now we still have limited information as to the details of these suspected cases.
Atin yan, Dale, buti pa sa Bantayan Island, ano? Mukhang wala pang mga ganyan-ganyan mga kaso. Kwento ka naman sa amin, Dale.
Yeah, we had a chance to be on the flight for Bantayan Island, the first commercial flight in Bantayan Island. It's actually a 6-hour travel going to Bantayan normally, or before. You have to travel by bus from Cebu City to Hagnaya Port in San Remigio. That takes about 4 to 5 hours, and then another 2 hours for a ferry boat ride going to Bantayan Island. But now, with the commercial flight, the opening of the commercial flight, we have I actually timed the flight from takeoff to touchdown. It's actually 26 minutes, and the official said that it's 25 to 30 minutes going to Bantayan. So it's cut from 6-hour travel to only 30 minutes going to Bantayan Island, and that would probably that should improve the number of visitors going to Bantayan Island, especially those that needed just a little time for vacation. Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, the cost of the flight is just 888 pesos.
Oh, kaya ni Tita Denise yan.
Then I wanted to ask, because obviously people who've been wanting to visit Bantayan is very excited about the whole deal, how affordable it is, tapos yung cutting the travel time. But what about the people from Bantayan? How excited are they to have the opportunity to showcase the beauty of their city, their area?
Yes, we've talked to a lot of residents. They're actually preparing for the influx of passengers going to Bantayan, the influx of tourists. There are actually a lot of shops and restos that are already being proposed to be constructed near the airport and near the beaches, the white sand beaches of Bantayan Island.
Mm-hmm. O Dale, okay, ito naman, influx ng turismo, pero marami yung kaibigan sa Cebu sinasabi na ang lumalabas, it's their best kept secret, no? Yung mga rasta na mga tropa natin diyan, na mga taga Cebu, diyan sila pumupunta at siguro kasi yung very challenging na paraan ng pagpunta diyan, yung 6 hours and more na yung hirap ng pagpunta, nakakadagdag daw sa charms. Pero ngayon, mukhang binuksan mo na yung floodgates. Paano ba babalansin kaya yung pagkakaroon ng sustainable na turismo at yung economic element, Tito Dale?
The ordinary, the regular or ordinary days, weekdays, Bantayan has about 3,000 visitors every day, weekdays. But it's around the tourism office in Bantayan said that there are around 6,000 every weekends, and they expect it to double further with the influx of new flights. This 888 pesos is just very cheap compared to if you travel by bus. You pay around 400 pesos for the bus, and then another 300 pesos for the ferry ride. So I guess that would bring in more people. And I know that the Bantayan people are very, very cautious about their environment. Actually, they are the ones, they're volunteers that pick up trash bottles, especially during festivals, in Bantayan Island, I saw them pick up bottles of those people just throw away their mineral water bottles at the beaches. So I guess Bantayan people would know how to go about this influx of more tourists.
Correct. They're not called Bantayan for nothing.
And hopefully the visitors of Bantayan will be able to protect the area as well. Thank you for all of your updates. Again, that was One News Cebu desk and the Freeman editor, Dale Israel.
Happy weekend, Dale.
All right, you guys are still watching Afternoon Delight on One News. And as we go on another break, here's a timeline of the U.S. presidential campaign so far from the Associated Press.
The summer of 2024 will go down in American history as one filled with unexpected political twists and turns. So what happened? It all started on June 27th when former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden met in Atlanta for a debate, a critical moment in their rematch. Biden's poor performance, filled with stumbles and awkward pauses, alarmed Democrats, raising doubts about whether he could beat Trump in November.
It was really hard to watch. Like, I wanted to turn it off almost immediately, but I somehow powered through.
It's the race to the bottom all over again. Last night was the mummy versus the dummy, so.
But Biden and his team said it was just one bad night and insisted he was pressing forward with his campaign.
I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth.
Then, on July 13th, a would-be assassin in Butler, Pennsylvania, opened fire on Trump at a campaign rally, striking his ear and killing a man in the crowd.
You know, when I was standing up yesterday and everybody was telling me sit down, I'm like, dude, if I was going to take a bullet, I'd gladly take it for that man. Like, you know, I mean, like, he's got our back.
The assassination attempt stunned the nation and brought back into focus the threats of political violence.
Regardless of my politics leaning towards Trump, nobody. No political figure should have to worry about their life being in danger.
2 days after the assassination attempt, the Republican National Convention began in Milwaukee. While accepting the nomination for president, Trump spoke about that day in Pennsylvania.
It can only be a bullet, and moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place.
Then on July 21st, under mounting pressure from Democrats, Biden announced he was ending his bid for re-election.
He's someone who's willing to step aside from power and not put himself first, put the country first. I think it's a huge deal, and I think it just shows the type of leader he is. And you know, we took all that in, and we said we got to go thank him.
I've given my heart and my soul to our nation, like so many others. I've been blessed a million times in return.
Biden threw his support behind Vice President Kamala Harris to take on Trump, igniting a resurgence of energy in the Democratic Party.
So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. It's kind of chaotic, but I am really excited that Kamala is running. I did get a little bit nervous when we had found out that Trump was going to be running again, but when they had kind of did that switcheroo and had Kamala come in, it kind of gave a lot more hope.
It just feels very positive, which is, I mean, just obviously completely the opposite of Trump's campaign, just in general. It's just so negative. It's nice to hear such a positive, hopeful message.
Harris then headed to the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, where she accepted the party's nomination for president.
Let's get out there, let's vote for it, and together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told.
we're back. You're still watching Afternoon Delight. Ako po si Denise Tang.
At ako naman po si Lourd Veyra.
Okay, Filipina para-archer Agustina Bantilok moves to the round of 16 in the 2024 Paralympic Games in Paris. That and more stories from Mobile Journal, Denise Valdesancho.
Busog na naman ang fans sa dami ng happening sa sports.
Tolentino, this time from beyond the arc. That is money. And the onslaught has stopped.
Patuloy ang bakbakan sa PBA Governors Cup Season 49 sa laban ng Northport Batangpier at Converge Fiberxers. Nasungkit ng Northport ang kanilang ikalawang panalo, 135-109 matapos talunin ang Fiberxers kahapon sa Ninoy Aquino Stadium. At ang bida ng laro, ang 28-year-old Northport forward na si Arvin Tolentino. Nagpakawala lang naman siya ng career high na 51 points. Matatanda ang 2018 nang magpakawala rin si Stanley Pringle ng 50 points na nalampasan ni Tolentino. Sa ikalawang laro naman ng Webes, nakabawi ang TNT Tropang Giga mula sa pagkatalo kontra Converge nitong nakaraang Martes. Bigong baliktarin ng Magnolia Chicken Templados ang laban dahil to the rescue ang TNT import na si Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Kasama dyan si Jason Castro at Poy Eram na join forces para sa 10-0 run ng Tropang Giga sa fourth quarter. Ang final score ng laban, 88-82. It was a double-double performance for Hollis Jefferson with 32 points, 19 rebounds, and 7 assists. It's time for our Paralympians to shine at the City of Lights. Magiting na itinaas ng para-swimmer na si Ernie Gawilan at para-archer Agustina Bantilok ang watawat ng Pilipinas sa opening ceremony ng Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. In attendance din ang 4 pangkalahok na si Gerald Mangniwan, Sandy Asusano, Alain Ganapin at Angel Autumn. Unang sumalang si Bantilok sa Women's Individual Compound Open Ranking Round ng para-archery. Nakamit ng para-archer ang kanyang season best with a total of 618 points, finishing in 28th place. Aabante si Bantilok mamaya sa 1/16th elimination round. Mamaya na rin ang laban ng wheelchair racer na si Gerald Pete Mangliwan para sa men's 400-meter T52 heats. Mobile Journal, Denise Valdesancho po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Now, one of our anchors, Angela Lagunzad Castro, had an opportunity to talk to the world's first armless pilot, Jessica Cox. On One News's Long Take, Jessica shared her struggles and aspirations as she flies above people's expectations. The full episode of her inspiring story will be airing later at 7 p.m. So don't miss that conversation.
At mga ka-Shimenet, mag-aalas stress po ulit. Kaya naman, teka, bago tayo mag-I saw the signs, basa mo tayo mga comments. Ilang pabati muna. Uy, thank you po. Si Miss Irish Billion po. Siya po yung professor ng Swifty na nakausap natin dati.
Oo.
Thank you po. Thank you. O si Olive Adarom, continue watching. Pinapanood tayo. Sabi ni Olive Adarom, aba nakakaaliw daw yung tandem nyo, guys.
Ay, wow, thank you po. Ito sabi ni Let There Be Light. Ito ang social. Talo ata yung ano mo dito.
Caviar.
Next dish po, caviar.
Actually, baka pwede mo sabihin yung bihod, caviar din. Maraming klase. Beluga caviar dapat.
Ito, nako. Sabi ni Hey Epic, kunafa for the light of the day. Yung kunafa daw, traditional Arabic dessert. Makakalimutan nyo yung ex nyo. Ang tindi. Ganun ba? Ganun.
Ganon. To si Olive Adaram, hindi ko alam kung ito nagtanong kahapon. Ano? Good afternoon, guys. Ask ko lang if nakasabay ba ni Denise si Gretchen Pulido.
Baka siya
Gretchen
yan.
Ho.
Oo. Nauna po ako ng ilang taon, pero nakasabay po natin si Gretchen.
Pulido o Ho?
Ay, Ho. Oo.
Hindi mo kailangan sagutin yung ilang mga tanong kung mai-incriminate ka. Pero
Okay. Proud tayo sa ating ano.
batang-bata pa ang Tita Denise natin. Tandaan
Ito,
natin.
sabi ni Alex Manansala, Friday na, weekend na, konting tulog na lang, Lunes na naman.
Huwag naman ganun. Itsayin muna natin yung weekend.
Huwag mong pangunahan, Alex.
Aba, from Hong Kong, nanonood si Annette Hope TV at si Paulo L. Sana naman may live din yung One Sport sa mga atleta natin sa Paralympics. Agree ako sa iyo, Paulo. Sino ba?
Ano, si
Sa
ayun to,
YouTube
may
ka ba sa
nagtanong.
Facebook?
Nasa YouTube ako may nagtanong. Raiden Yinlin. Nako, alam nyo yung sayaw sa Shimenet dance?
Malalaman din natin yan.
Oo, alam ko lang yung boom, boom, boom. Shimenet. Shimenet. Boom, boom, boom. Next week, hanap tayo na ibang version.
Dahil ilang minutes lang bago tayo magtapos, mga kapatid. Ito na po, oras na para sa ating I Saw the Signs, the last for this month of August 2024. I Saw the Signs, Halo edition. First sign, Tita Denise, which, ano yan?
Oh, brown sugar, pero hindi.
Diba?
Nagkalituhan ata sa packaging.
Oo, pero alam mo yung brown sugar is code for a certain type of drug, yung heroin. Another name for, may kanta yung Rolling Stone na brown sugar.
Ganun pala yun.
Now we know. Next,
Ito,
Lopez
nakalagay.
Eatery. Hollow blocks.
Cement and sand.
Oo, saan ka pa nakahanap ng all around, di ba?
One-stop shop, kumbaga.
Saan ka nakahanap ng ganyan, ha? Kakain ka na, meron ka pang hollow blocks,
Correct,
cement,
diba?
and sand. Mabuhay ang Lopez Eatery. May network pa nga sa likod yan, di ba? May TV station pa.
Pwede siguro. Silipin mo natin yung
Next!
na, ito.
Request song.
Blower than blue.
Sadder than sad.
Oh, in
You're the
fairness.
only life this empty.
Lagi nating sinasabi,
Blower
basta
than
nagkaintindihan,
blue.
walang
Yes.
problema.
Oo.
Oh, next natin ay... Ayan.
Another request.
Wait lang.
Ano to?
Request po.
Briefless
Briefless by the
by...
course. Briefless by the course. Ano,
Breathless.
Breathe.
Oh, pag pumunta kayo sa
leave me briefless.
kaya mo yan, then stand. Opo. Basta kinanta, okay na yun.
Ay, nako, again,
Screw the PISA scores, di ba?
Kung meron, ubo tuloy ako. Kung meron po kayong nakitang mga sites na nakakatuwa, nakakaaliw, please send them to us at afternoondelight@gmail.com. At sabay-sabay natin yan silipin and the coming days, coming weeks, dun po sa ating I Saw the Sound. Teka lang.
Kaya mo yan. Okay. Feeling ko, Miss Jan, magandang topic next week. Puro Shimenet. Shimenet ang topic.
Shimenet.
Mauubos ang week natin, puro Shimenet lamang. Alright?
Okay, that will do it for us today and this week. And actually, this month na rin po. Thank you for watching Afternoon Delight. I'm Denise Tan.
Join us again tomorrow. Monday pala, sorry. Kasi may reflection eh.
Oo.
Monday, 2 p.m. See you next month. Ako po si Lourd, Veyra, nagsasabing have a delightful Shimenet afternoon. Shimenet. Boom.